Hello, I'm Tanya Beckett. In the United States, Donald Trump will become the first former president to go on criminal trial after a New York judge set a court date for the end of next month. He's accused of falsifying business records in connection with payments made to an adult film star, Stormy Daniels. Sarah Smith reports now from New York.
This is now a familiar scene. Donald Trump's motorcade arriving at a courthouse. Today, as he tried and failed to get this case dismissed or delayed, he argued these prosecutions interfere with his campaign to get back into the White House.
How can you run for election and be sitting in a courthouse in Manhattan all day long? I'm supposed to be in South Carolina right now, where other people are and where, again, this is where I should be.
Mr. Trump's also facing trial later this year in Atlanta, Georgia, on charges of election interference. The district attorney who brought the case against him, Fani Willis, has admitted having an affair with the man she appointed as the chief prosecutor. She was questioned about that in court today. Defence lawyers want to have her disqualified because of that relationship.
I think in one of your motions you tried to implicate I slept with him at that conference, which I find to be extremely offensive.
Mr. Trump's already using this scandal to try to undermine the case against him. Donald Trump insists all the prosecutions against him are deliberately designed to try to stop him from being re-elected president, even though so far they have in fact boosted his political support. Next month, he will become the first ever former president to face a criminal trial. Sarah Smith, BBC News, New York.
Well, let's get more analysis now from Gregory Germain, who's a professor of law at Syracuse University.
This is the least serious of the crimes that have been alleged. It's a very old case dating back to 2016. All of these payments were made, before the election between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. And so it's, there's statute of limitations problems on the underlying claim, and it's a very complicated case, and it involves money payment, hush money payments. I mean, ultimately covering up the payment of hush money to these two women. So unlike the other cases that he's facing are much more current and serious cases involving national, taking and not disclosing highly confidential national secrets, and election interference after the last election. And so those cases, I think, are much more serious cases. And it's interesting that we have this relatively old and obscure case coming up first.